Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome to this third edition of the first eReach series. We're glad that you're joining us today in this lovely Saturday. We're very excited to have you in this event. And well, hopefully you enjoy the topic today. As you know, we're talking about social entrepreneurship and how we can make an impact both to our community and to our team's finances. My name is Abraham. I'm from team STEAMex 6832 from Mexico. And along me, we have Mohammed Said. Mohammed? Okay, seems like Mohammed is having a little bit of trouble, but along Mohammed, we have people that are organizing this event for First eReach from team Lybotics Youth Team 7549 and Lybotics Girls Team 8141 from Libya. We're very excited to have you all. And alongside us, we have very special guests that are going to be the ones that are, okay, Mohammed, take it. Hopefully your connection is better. Okay, seems that we're still having some trouble with Mohammed, but either way, we want to introduce you to very special guests, which are going to be people that are...
As I mentioned,
Okay, well, once again, connection issues, but we're going to take this opportunity to present our special guests. They're going to be the ones supporting us with the topic of today. They're experts on the matter. They are from the Social Bond Innovation Project. I'd like them to introduce themselves, please.
Hi there, everyone. My name is Barbara, and I'm from the Social Bond Innovation Project team. And we're here, and we're gonna talk to you about something. Abraham, can you let me share my screen, please?
Of course. Let me... There you go.
Thank you. So the topic we have today for you guys, it's called How to Start a Social Entrepreneurship. And I'm gonna introduce my team first. My name's Barbara. And here with us today, we have Mitzi and Diego. Mitzi and Diego, can you say hi?
Hi, everyone. I'm Mitzi.
Hi, everyone. I'm Diego.
Excellent. So we are the Social Bond Innovation Project, and we are going to talk to you about what we said earlier about social entrepreneurship today. But why is social entrepreneurship important? That's why you may be asking yourselves, like, why am I here? So back in 2015, world leaders designed global goals to have a common vision towards working to sustainability in our world. And these social development goals are a total of 17 and are intended to be achieved by 2030. So right now we are in 2020, right? 2030 is just 10 years left, okay? So what are we doing? What are you doing for change? We have to achieve all these goals. These are 17 goals. So that's a little bit, I don't know, it may seem like difficult, but that's why we have the social entrepreneurship topic to be talking about today.
Thank you so much, Barbara. As you may see, this is going to be a very exciting topic. We're ready to have a wonderful event. We invite you, as always, and especially for the ones that are joining us for the first time, to be posting on your social media along the way during the event. Remember that you can tag us at STEAMex6832, at Lybotics, and also you can check out Social Bond Innovation Project. Their social media, Barbara, if you can remember them, your social media, please.
Yes, of course. We are on Instagram. You can find us at SBI Project. And we are on Facebook too as the Social Bond Innovation Project or Social Bond Innovation Project. We post workshops there when we will have them. So if you want to go and follow us there, that would be excellent.
Okay. I'm going to present to you something that maybe you're going to be familiar with. As you may see, we have over 20 nations participating today. This is a very exciting event. I'll explain to you a little bit how it's going to work today. So right now, we just had our introduction session. And we're going to proceed into something that we call the breakout rooms, the first room session. In this breakout rooms, you're going to have the opportunity to share and discuss our current topic, which is social entrepreneurship, along with the people from SBI that are going to be helping us moderating the event. And after this discussion, we're going to come back to our main room and we're going to discuss as a group kind of what we talked about, what we learned, what we diagnosed about our knowledge about the topic. And we're going to proceed with a quick 5-minute coffee break. Then we're going to have a presentation by SBI where they're going to explain to us in detail what social entrepreneurship is about. And they're going to give us ideas and examples of what our teams can do in terms of social entrepreneurship to both help our communities and our teams. Then we'll proceed to a second room session where throughout the event and the knowledge that you are gaining, we're going to discuss what kind of ideas now you're going to be able to implement in your teams, in your communities. Hopefully, getting to share and learn these ideas along the teams that you will be partnering with in the breakout rooms. And finally, we're going to do a second rooms discussion where once again, we're sharing as a whole, as an event, the knowledge and the solutions that are going to be coming up. Finally, we will have a Q&A session and we'll be closing the event. Hopefully, this is going to be a successful event. We remember you and we want to highlight and emphasize that during the event, if you want to record video, if you want to take pictures, if you want to post in your social media what's happening, we encourage you to do it. Once again, as you can see, these are our social media at STEAMex6832, at Lybotics, and already Mitzi from the SBI group placed on the chat the SBI Project social media, which is at SBI Project. One last thing before we go to the breakout rooms, I want to show you this very impressive map of how many countries have been confirmed for this event. Just wanted to let you know that we are expanding, we are growing, and as we keep growing as a first community, welcoming from all of the programs from FLL, FTC, FRC, and the First Global Challenge Program, which shout out to all of those teams that are participating right now. This is just becoming part of the start of a great community, and we hope first eReach is getting that mission. Mohammed, if you want to tell us a comment about that.
Yes, so hi everyone, is my sound clear? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So welcome back again, and we are glad to have you here. So as you can see the nations in the presentations, it's amazing to have all these nations like signing up and participating in the first eReach edition 3. Amazingly, as well as the First Global Challenge 2020 is back again, and we are having so many First Global teams with us in the first eReach edition 3. So welcome to all the First Global Challenge teams alongside all the first teams from FRC, FTC, and FLL. So it's amazing to have all these nations presenting their countries. We do have teams from all over the world. We are having Lesotho, we are having Libya and Mexico for sure, we are having Israel, Turkey, we're having Australia, United States, we are having Kosovo, we are having Romania, we are having Ireland, we're having just teams from all over the world, like from all over the globe. So it's amazing having this amazing culture exchange. You can have a chat in the chat box. You can share your social media pages so we can all follow each other. And we do have a surprise for you that we will be sharing with you at the end. And feel free to share whatever you want as selfies or pictures or even videos in your stories or Twitter, and tag us and we will be retweeting or resharing them. So now in seconds, we will be going on with the first breakout rooms. So hopefully they will be ready in minutes. So I would just love to welcome back all again the first global teams and the first teams. And we encourage all the first global teams to keep on sharing the first eReach with all the first global teams they know, simply because the first global challenge theme for this year is connecting communities. So it's amazing for us to keep connecting each other and having this amazing gathering that we're having every 20 days or 3 weeks. Keep on suggesting topics, keep on sharing it so we can expand the community and having it just grow bigger and bigger. Is the breakout rooms ready or
Yes.
not yet?
Yes, they are. We're going to start in 5 seconds. We encourage you all to participate. Hopefully you enjoy these rooms. Whenever we activate them, please go to the first breakout rooms, and we'll be right back in 15 minutes. Okay, hey everyone. Everyone's coming back. We'll just wait. We're almost everyone here. Hopefully you had a great first room session. Hopefully that the diagnose and the dialogue, I went through some of the rooms and the chat was very interesting. Hopefully you also enjoy the word cloud activity that SBI prepared for us. And so to have our first discussion as a group, I'll ask someone from each of the rooms if they'd like to share a little bit what they talk in the rooms, what they learn about the diagnose that you have in terms of into knowledge about social entrepreneurship. So someone from Barbara's room, if they want to present to us 2-3 minutes about what they talked about.
Rodney,
Yes,
please.
Rodney, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. If I can share my screen. One second.
Oh, great. He's gonna share his screen.
So here's our team. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Great. So you can see this is our results. We the biggest word that came up, words that came up are hope really stands out. And then we have community, change, creativity, support, impact, solutions. So we see that when you talk about social entrepreneurship, these are the keywords that come out from our team members. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Now somebody from Diego's room that can talk to us about what they learned in their room.
Anyone that wants to jump out and talk about what we talked?
Yeah, come on.
Don't be shy.
It's okay, you could be shy.
We talked about a little bit of how some brands are using their images to make a better world, so improving communities all over the world, and how it makes not just makes good for those people that are being helped, but also makes good to her image and her brand at all.
Okay, thank you so much, Gabriel. And now somebody from Mitzi's room.
Woo, the best room ever. Fernando, I'm going to share the screen for you. Don't worry. Let me
I already have a screenshot.
Oh,
but...
you do? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Shared. Okay, you win.
Yeah, so when the word cloud was done, one of my favorite words that came out was better work and community, because I feel that social entrepreneurship is about that. That's what we were talking about. about solving problems that society has, not only talking about ecological or anything like that, but more about social problems like poverty and things like that. So that some words, the words that came out, made me feel that's the meaning of social entrepreneurship.
We could even show it to you guys, the word cloud. Let me share it for you.
Yeah.
Here you can see it. This is the one that we got. Yeah, really nice. Something else you want to add, Fernando?
I think that's in. I think that's it.
Perfect. We're done.
That's really perfect. I mean, that sounds really amazing. That you all enjoyed the breakout rooms and you benefited so much from them. We are really having so much. We're just only at the beginning. So if you got stuck or stressed out, so now we are having a break. Bring some snacks if you have something nearby. We'll be playing a music. For this edition, we're having amazing and unique music from Libya. So hopefully you enjoy it. You can dance along with the music if you loved it.
5 minutes and we're coming back.
So welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed the music. Use the clap emoji if you love the music. However, we're having a new edition for the first eReach, which is that in every edition of the first eReach, once we'll be playing a Libyan song, like we will be running a Libyan song, and the next we'll be running a Mexican song. And if you would love to play one of the songs in your region or in your country, feel free to reach out to us by email whenever we send you the summary after the event, or in social media, send us the link of the song, and we would really love to use it for one of the breaks in the future, in the future sessions. So now I hand you to the SBI, so they can give you the amazing presentation full of information. So good luck with the presentation and see you after the second.
Okay, hello, can everyone hear me? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start with our presentation. So we're gonna talk more about what social entrepreneurship is. We're gonna talk about what you went through in your break rooms. So this is a quote by Anne Frank that we love that says, "No one has ever become poor by giving." And that's really true when we talk about social entrepreneurship. Mohammed, are you gonna say something? Because I can see your hand like this. No? Okay. So in social entrepreneurship, we can see the problems as opportunities instead of just problems that nobody can solve. Everyone can be a social entrepreneur. It's something that everyone can do. It's not exclusive for someone. If you want to make a systemic change, this is a sustainable way to do it through social entrepreneurship. Another thing about social entrepreneurship is that it takes complex problems and it solves them. And sometimes you're gonna need years of work or many resources. Also, the social entrepreneurship, it's a desire to make capitalism more human. Right now in our world, we see capitalism as something like it's really bad for our world, but we're gonna turn it into something more human, something more good. And finally, the pillars of social entrepreneurship are two, and those are social value and economic value. That means that you have to give someone towards your community, but also it has to be profitable. So by definition, we have that social entrepreneurship is, in addition to generating a profitable business, It is focused on developing, executing, and supporting initiatives focused on overcoming a social difficulty and achieving a common benefit for a group of people. And you can do it through two ways, and that's either a business or a social community activity. So that means that with social entrepreneurship, you do have a profitable business, but it has to help overcome a social difficulty.
So it was really interesting to see the different conclusions you got from your break rooms, because basically we got words such as teamwork, hope, community, some said product, others said like service to help change makers, and precisely social entrepreneurship is like the proposal to make capitalism a bit more human, more orientated to really help humanity and be more focused on satisfying needs that people have. And these kinds of problems that we're talking about are environmental and social problems, such as the ones that you can see on the CDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals. So usually the social entrepreneurship goes towards solving this kind of problems that usually you think, but poverty, how do you make business of poverty? Well, it's not precisely like that. Basically, social entrepreneurship is a combination of these two little things. Social innovation, by definition, according to the Center of Social Innovation of the Stanford University, is a process in which creative solutions are developed and applied in order to solve social or environmental issues. So basically, probably is something that you are already doing, that you are doing a project or something to solve a problem that you saw in your community, and you're making a creative solution. The only thing that maybe it's missing is the business model. The business model is the way in which you make profitable what you are doing. How you make money. And the basic difference a social entrepreneurship and a traditional entrepreneurship will be the following. Could you put the next slide, please? So social innovation plus business model equals social entrepreneurship, okay? So the primary difference between these two is that one uses the profit as a mean and the other one uses the profit as an end. By taking this to consideration, it means that basically you do everything to satisfy the end from which your entrepreneurship born, okay? So social entrepreneurship, their mean is profit. They use money to satisfy human needs. So basically what they do is, how can I make as an entrepreneurship social value? How can I solve this problem that I saw in my community? And I use money to solve things. As you may see in your own projects that you have, you usually need money somehow. You cannot help others if you do not have this thing, right? So social entrepreneurship tries to propose that you are not enemy of money. You are using money to help humanity, and that you're primarily focused on human needs. And traditional enterprises they usually use the human needs as means, and their end is to gain more money. So actually, in the economic theory, the purpose of any enterprise is to make money, to make profit. That's the purpose. You can search it. Just as we, as Barbara and I study business, and when we saw that the first time, we were like, well, we're shook. Why enterprises are focused only to gain money when basically they should be focused on trying to satisfy human needs? That's why they have been born. So in the next slide, we could see money is the mean to satisfy human needs in social entrepreneurships. How do we make economic value? How we solve social issues, social problems by using money to solve them. And traditional enterprises, basically, they just focus on desires and some human needs, and they use that to gain more money and make more profits. So basically, that's the most important things, because social entrepreneurship is like a lot of things and stuff, but this is the top basic 101 social entrepreneurship. So we're going to see now some examples, and Diego is going to make us a favor to explain us how can we see social entrepreneurship and some examples of it.
Yes, so we're going to use examples so it can be like better comprehended. The first one is a Mexican startup. It's called Blooders. And what they do is they have developed a platform that allows you to make appointments into hospitals to go and donate blood. As you may know, a lot of countries, particularly, for example, in Mexico, we have a very low rate of blood donors around the country. So trying to make this, they try to facilitate the process of having to go to the hospital, make an appointment, and have the proper information before going to the hospital. And they also incorporated in this app two more things. One is that if you are in need of a blood donation, you can upload your case, and they will like share it in this platform, so people around you know that you need blood of a certain blood type and in which hospital you can donate. And they do something called share parties. The share parties are blood donation parties, literally, like they go to enterprises, they invite all the people, all the employees to donate blood. They bring some food, they bring some stuff to give to them, and then they collect the blood and distribute it around the hospitals for those in need. So it's an excellent example of how to use digital platforms for something as health. Can you get to the next one, please? Thanks. This one is called Liter of Light. I don't know if anyone has heard of it. It's an international startup, and what they do is that they have developed several means to bring light to communities that maybe do not have the infrastructure to have all the electrical equipment. They have several types of these light lamps. Sometimes they are just a special solution, and it helps to better distribute the sunlight, and they serve as light bulbs. They also use solar powered light bulbs ish. And most important of it, it's really accessible. They have in the model the fact that they work with the community to bring the light. I mean, they don't go and just put the stuff and then go away, but they go, they bring material, they work together with the community so they can get engaged in the process. And at the end, they live and they try to replicate it around the world. It's an international startup. If you can just check it, I think it's really cool. So we can do the next one. Now we're talking about Voodoo Learning. Voodoo Learning is a new edtech startup, and this one is founded in Hong Kong, I think. And what they do is that the creator have developed like this game. It's focused in e-teaching. So he uses this game to teach math or to teach STEM-based stuff to younger people, and they try to make it like in this kind of funny, gamey way so they can be more engaged, and they don't have to see it as, oh my God, I'm terrible, I hate math, or that it's sometimes common with certain populations. Okay, on to the next one. This one is called Roar for Good. Roar for Good is a startup that is based in the United States, and it's made by a woman. What's important, these little devices are made to service personnel on the hotels. Due to the increase of sex offenses on cleaning personnel in hotels, they have developed like this little device. It can be attached to the belt, or it can be attached to whatever they want. They just have to press it, and it sends an immediate alarm to the front desk, warning the people and sending a pinpoint location about the room where they at. And they made it because also the increase of sex assault in hotels, but because it was also hard for them to like take out their phone, or if they had a radio or something. They are proved to have no blind spots during the hotels. They have like kind of a GPS-ish system installed, and it has helped to significantly reduce the sex assault in this population. And to end, we have one that maybe not like that technological. It's called Invisible Cities. I don't know if anyone has heard about it, but Invisible Cities is not so tech startup. What they do is that they employ people that can have criminal records that often would not be chosen for being employees, and they give them like they train them to be city guide tours. So they give these tours, but they don't give like the usual stuff. They kind of mix their story, local business that they know because they live in there. So it's an opportunity also to, one, as a customer, to know the city differently than you would with one of these big tours. And also it's an opportunity to have unemployment to anyone that usually will be like told that no because of drug addiction or any kind of problems past in life. So these are our 5 examples. The last 2 are directed by women, and it's like a little bit so that you can understand what it is social entrepreneurship and how it can be adjusted and used for several topics.
So the next question we have is, how can we begin to become ourselves social entrepreneurs? So for this question, I think we're gonna go to our break rooms. Is the team ready to take us to our break rooms?
Yes, my mic was off. No, but yeah, thank you so much, SBI, for your presentation. Now, as Barbara said, we're going to proceed into the second session of rooms where we're going to talk about how can you do social entrepreneurship in your communities and for your teams. And so they are practically ready. We're going to go to them right now.
Nice.
Hi. Okay, we're back. I don't know if more people will be joining in a couple seconds. But now we're going to discuss, as Mitzi said, this part of how can your teams or your projects turn into this kind of social entrepreneurship that can make money for your project, and also that you can make a positive impact around your community. So we're going to start as the other one. Now I want to ask you the same question we were talking about. What do you think is the first step to begin a social entrepreneurship?
I think that tackles a problem. I mean, you must see something that you want to solve, something that you rely into. So if you think about hungry, you can start dealing with hungry problems or starving problems. First of all, you must find what you want to, you must find the work, the problem you want to solve.
Yes, thank you so much. Remember, you can also share your insights by the chat.
As Diego said, we have 2 main steps to start that. And number 1 is to find the real problems. As he said, number 2 is aim for the right audience. Because if you aim for people who don't really care about what you're doing, you're not going to do anything. You're going to just stay in your place. But aiming for the right people, it's going to make it more easier for you and for them.
Okay, thank you so much. Anyone else wants to share?
I also think that you'd have to be passionate about the problem that you're looking to solve, because I think you need to have like the motivation to keep on working when things get difficult. And the only way to kind of ensure that is that you're passionate about that problem and that it affects you in a way and that you really want to solve it, so that you don't kind of leave the problem without solving when it gets hard.
Okay, that's
yeah, you must
cool.
be aware that things are not going to be easy and that are going to be difficult. Doesn't matter if you want to do something good, but anyway, there's going to be difficulties. There's going to be obstacles on your way.
Okay, anyone else wants to share? Come on, don't be shy. There are no wrong answers or anything like that.
I think similar to what Osama said, I think that finding the right partners, I'd say, because you cannot do something alone, like a great step.
Okay, very interesting too. The partners. So far we have talked about looking for a problem. We have talked about having the passion. We have talked about, as Osama said, having this right mindset and how to go directly to some people. And we have also talked about having partnerships. Anyone else wants to add something? Oh, I think that Miru, I don't know if I pronounce it well in the chat, says to identify a problem and make your vision clear with the possible community you want to work with. As we go away, identifying problems and have like this vision and passion about the projects. Anyone else wants to share what they think? If you don't want to talk, you can put it in the chat box and I will read it out loud so we can know what all of you think about this.
I also think that we has been facing really complex time. What we saw this year with the whole coronavirus situation, I think that more than ever we need social entrepreneurship. We need people dedicated to help others. We need more jobs. A lot of people lost their work recently, and I think that social entrepreneurship might be the solution. So we need more people to start enterprises, more people to create jobs, and allow others to restart after everything that happened.
Before this talk, have you ever heard of a social enterprise before? Like you said, like, oh, I don't know, like I said, Blooders or something like that, or it's the first time you have seen like examples of it?
For me, it's the first time I see examples for it.
Okay.
I made more research before the eReach, but I only met this topic thanks to eReach. I never had heard about it before.
Okay. Bianca also says to be innovate, to innovate like when we are starting, that's the first step. Okay, so now I would like you to go back to the menti.com again. And now I'm gonna provide you with a different number. So I'm gonna share my screen so you can see a new number is gonna be 219854. So we can make another word cloud. So that just this time we are gonna talk about problems. I want you to put 1, 2, or 3 problems that you have in your community or that you know about. Please like keep it like from 1 to words and try to write the problem that it's like near you, that it's something that maybe you have lived, a close friend have lived, it's around your community, something that you see every day. As for example, here in the city where I live in Mexico, we are the most polluted city in Latin America. So it's something I see every day, that's pollution, and it's trying to work with all the air contamination. So please share it, and again, it will start to be pop-upping here. Okay, hungry, education, and pollution. Lack of commitment, that's a really interesting one. Poverty, hungry, economy, education, okay. Inclusion, that's really interesting. A lot of cities haven't developed like real inclusion protocols for people with other capabilities. Education again, and we have, okay, education, pollution, insecurity. Yeah, okay. Come on, we are missing some answers for almost 10 humans. Okay, unaffordable housing, that's really an issue in some places. Wildfires, okay. Okay, come on, we're missing some people to write in the word cloud. So while we continue to speak, you can continue to write about the problems that you have detected around your community. Okay, so as you can see, we have education, we have poverty, and we have pollution as the 3 main problems that have been repeating themselves. Again, education, pollution, and poverty. So these are global problems. I mean, from which countries are you from? You can.
I'm from Brazil.
You can talk in your English. Okay, Gabriel from Brazil.
And I'm from Libya.
Okay, Libya.
I'm from Kosovo.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else who wants to
I'm
share?
from Mexico.
Okay, perfect. So we have from several places. Okay. Oh, sorry, I haven't seen the chat. USA, US, Brazil, Mexico, shout out Mexico. Okay, good. So as you can see, we come from different parts of the world, and even though we have some problems that repeat themselves, like especially poverty, education, and pollution are, I think, I personally work in startups related to education because I think when we change the education and we have quality education for everyone, we will be able to change everything in the world. And also, I know a lot of people who works on pollution and sustainability issues. Okay, so we have our workload. Does anyone wants to, who wants to talk about the problems we have detected?
I want to talk about pollution. It's a main problem in here. We are having it here in Libya. Beside of the trucks and cars pollution, we have something, it's really new in here. I don't know why people start doing it a lot. It's burning trash.
Okay.
As you can see, the coronavirus pandemic affects the cleaning companies a lot. And the trash start to go, sorry for, I'm lost in vocabularies, but the people start burning trash in the streets, and that cause more pollution than the regular, sorry, and cause more pollution than the normal from cars and trucks. So we start a new project. We call it Better Africa. It's have many tasks in it, and it's for 10 days. We start to create a healthy way, a healthy living way for us and for other people. Like we are not using any plastic anymore, plastic bags, plastic cups.
That's really interesting, and you exactly went to the next part. Apart for Osama, is any one of you working in a project like that it's helping like these parts? Like, well, I know that a lot of you involved in the education is robots, but something that your group is doing about education or pollution or poverty or any issue around your community? Or that you are planning to start something that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, maybe not starting, but joining one. Because these days I find it really, really powerful, the pollution, and I started to see the pollution the way it is. It's like getting bigger and bigger in the effect on us. So we have to have a say in this.
That's super cool. I mean, it's, you can join projects, you can make projects, you can contribute or partner with other people. There is a lot of people doing a lot of stuff out there, but sometimes we don't know about them. I mean, it's something that we have detected that happens to us. Like we are, the city where I live, they have a lot of social entrepreneurships, but most people does not know that they exist. So we are still struggling with this part, like knowing what they are, and us trying to do that. So we have 1 minute left. Anyone else that wants to share something?
So welcome back, everyone. I can see that people are running back to the main room. Hopefully you enjoyed the breakout rooms. Let us wait for a few seconds before we go with the summary from the SBI people.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. So if you can just keep your microphones muted. So SBI people, you have the microphone. You can start on with the summary for the breakout rooms too.
Yes.
Barbara, you can take the microphone, or Medzi. You have 10 minutes.
Okay, perfect. So who begins? We can begin. Yeah, perfect. Isaiah, are you ready? I'm going to share the screen. Ready. So where is it? Where is him?
I'm right here.
Oh, perfect, Isaiah. So
Right.
yeah.
All right, in Mitzi's group, we talked about corruption, poverty, violence, ignorance, insecurity, racism, and classism, and pretty much about how it was affecting the society as a whole and how this could be found. All of this could be found not only inside the government, but also inside the community itself, like with the individual people. And we also went on to say about how, like, if we really want to solve all of this thing here, it will require the same social entrepreneurship, which is like everyone coming together and actually looking for solutions instead of just worsening the problem by acting in not so beneficial ways. Yeah.
Thank you, Saya. So that's our debrief.
Okay, so Barbara?
I'm going to
Diego?
go next. I don't know. I think Barbara has a little bit of trouble. Okay, so I'm going to go next. Who wants to? I'm going to share my my screen. Who wants to talk? Come on, don't be shy. You were all very participative in the break room.
I can do it.
Okay.
Yes, so in our group, we talked a lot about how we have a lot of poverty, education, and pollution issues in all of our countries. And well, we may be from different countries on different parts of the world and different continents. We still all have these issues in our society. And we started talking about how we should all kind of make projects to kind of solve these issues one at a time.
Amazing point. So we move to Barbara.
Yes,
Can you share?
Yes, hi, I'm Gisette, and what we talked about in our breakout room was like, first we need to search for the problem in our community, and then we need to understand the nature of the problem. Maybe we can take like a problem that we have a passion for that can help us to have a better development to solve it, and that is so much is too essential that we think out from the box.
Yes. Perfect.
That sounds amazing. SBI people, do you have anything to add? Any comments?
About the break rooms?
If you have any comments before we move on.
Seems like you want to say something, Barbara.
Maybe just follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
That's a great and awesome idea.
Right? That's a great comment.
Yeah, so thank you for participating. I hope it really worked for you. As we told you, we already think that maybe you are already social entrepreneurs and you didn't even know. You are just searching a way to make a business model. So I guess that we make this map. We map the problems that you have in your community, but it's really important for you to understand them, to see more that sometimes we see the how do you call it, the iceberg, the peak of the iceberg, and it's really more profundo. I don't know how to say it, but it's more profound, the problem. So it's really important for you to understand it, and it's really interesting to see that maybe somehow you share problems. You're from different nations, and maybe you do have poverty, and you are maybe from South America, and you are from Europe or Africa, and you have a different type of poverty, but still you can work with each other to make a difference. So the important thing of this is for you to see that you have the opportunity to connect with each other and to see that it's possible to make change. And social entrepreneurship is just a way to make change. There are many others. So we hope that you see some way a way to do it, and we are here for you to help you. This is our way to make change, to help others to see that they can do something. And as Diego, Barbary, and me, so we are really proud of you. Still, STEM and FIRST, they do amazing things, and we believe that they can be social entrepreneurs too. So I don't know if Barbara, Diego, you want to add something.
I think you did an excellent job, Mitzi.
Thank you.
English.
Yeah, thank you so much, every one of you, like Medzi, Barbara, and Diego. Thank you so much for adding all these informative information. So now we are moving to the question and a part. So everyone, all of you, if you have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask them, especially the new FGC team and the new FIRST teams, like, which is your first time in here. If you would love to have any questions, please unmute yourself, and we would love to answer them in these few minutes. We're having kind of 5 minutes for the Q&A, so feel free.
It was my second time, and I just love it again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gabriel.
Any questions? Any kind of questions that can be related to us as teams or to the FIRST eReach? Maybe a suggestion?
I have a question. A short question. You know that to take the problem, the solution, we need money. I don't know. I want to hear some ideas on how to get that money.
One of the moderators?
Actually, that's an excellent question. Sometimes when we want to solve a problem, that's where we get stuck, and that's why we have a lot of organizations or associations around the world that solve problems, but they do not live out of it. To make money out of it, or to like have money to solve that problem, you have to develop a business model. Mitzi, do you want to explain more about the business model?
Sure, Barbara. But yeah, basically, Isaac, there are many ways for you to. Fundraising is really a big issue for many social projects, precisely because you go to tell people, I want to help poverty, and they are like, oh, nice. But they don't give you money, right? Because we need to solve this problem. So you need to be really creative to create a solution that can make social value and economic value. When we talk about that, you could make either, for example, there's a company in Mexico called Ilumexico that basically gives illumination or electricity by solar panels for vulnerable communities. So they built a certain type of solar panel. They make it for these communities. They allied with Coca-Cola. So they talk about the project and they tell Coca-Cola, we want to ally with you because they have a super mega cool logistics as Coca-Cola. So they reach, Coca-Cola reaches even the most how do you say, far colony or community. So they approach them to help with this part, and they built a microcredit thing to finance this type of solar panels, right? So they sell the solar panels like about it's like $100 or something like that, $150 in Mexico, and they made a microcredit for that. So it's really interesting. I will encourage you to see more study cases of social entrepreneurs that they make really interesting ways to make money and not just to depend on donations, because sometimes we do that and there's a point where people does not have anything to give you. So the most important part of that is to make a product or a service that can allow you to get money and at the same time make social impact. So it's really a creative thing, but it's really interesting. Yeah. If you have more questions, tell us on SBI Project, because it's really an interesting thing.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the informative answer. That was really helpful. Any other question? We do have 1 minute left.
There's a question here.
I have one.
Okay.
Yeah, we can only take one question. You can send the rest on our social media channels, and we would love to answer them. But yeah.
So I think there is one in the chat box from Michael Nathaniel that it's the enterprises get swallowed by the companies because of shortcomings. Well,
In 1 minute.
This is a tricky question. Sometimes it's more about partnering with big companies. Just as Missy said, this partnership between Mexico and Coca-Cola, and this partnership, for example, between bloggers and the enterprises they work with to make these shared parties. So I wouldn't say that they get swallowed. I think that they can partner in so many ways because they are focused into different, they have different objectives. One is like what we say, like helping, and the other one is more like getting money, if I don't want to say that way. So they kind of complement each other and they can work together in 1 minute.
Nice. Nice. Thank you so much, Diego, for the answer. So if you have any other questions, you can direct them to us on our different social media channels, whether it's STEAMex on Twitter or Instagram, or Lybotics Youth Team, Twitter or Instagram, or Lybotics Girls Team, Instagram or Facebook. We would love to answer them. So in these, the last 5 minutes, we'll be taking a selfie. But before we take the selfie, we would love to surprise you that amazingly, we have created a Discord server, a Discord group that would be our social network. So we will email you the joining link to the group in the email with the summary, alongside the summary, the PDF, which we send it after the event, summarizing everything that happened and everything that has been discussed. So we will send you the joining link to the Discord so you can join the group and we can have a chat along the way between the edition and the edition. And you can help us suggesting topics and expanding the first eReach community. So hopefully now we can take the selfie. If you would love to take any kind of poses, smiling or something.
Okay, so for this, just wanted to point out that there was one question if we're going to continue doing eReach after the quarantine. We are, but we also would like you to help us expand the word so that we can have more teams joining in. As you can see, this is a very cool event. And okay, for the selfie, we have 4 pages now of the gallery of views. So you might be having to smile a lot because we don't know in which page you are. So we'll take a couple of minutes to do the shot. So just keep smiling, keep smiling. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, next room. It's gonna be, wait a second. I'm having a failure, what?
Keep smiling.
Okay, I'm gonna do something much faster. Okay. I'll take it from here.
Are you done yet?
1, 1, 2, 3. Another one. 1, 2, 3. And the last one. We have 1, 2, 3. Okay, we are done. Thank you so much for joining. We want to thank SBI for supporting us during this event. Hopefully you liked it and you enjoyed the topic. Hopefully that you all got some ideas and solutions that you can implement in your community. And well, hopefully we'll see you next time. We'll be sending the results, the conclusions, and attaching also, hopefully we upload this event very soon to our social media channel so you can watch it again and you can also connect with other people. We'll also be sending again the Discord link so that you can join in. We'll be uploading more things in the Discord so that we can keep connected, form an eReach community. And well, if you have any questions that you'd like to address, you can reach us out in our social media at any time, and also at SBI Project social media. Hopefully you had a wonderful time and that you enjoy your weekend. So thank you so much.
Yeah, so as Abraham mentioned, thank you so much for joining. Keep sharing about the first eReach on your different social media and tag us, because we will share that and retweet it. And also, supporting the first Global Challenge 2020 goal, which is connecting communities during these times. So hopefully we can spread the word to more FGC teams and more nations to join in. So help us expand the program and we can change the world together. Have fun.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Likewise.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Have like a
Thank you,
quick.
guys.
Stay safe,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
you.
I have like a quick question. Is there any chance we could get those photos that you took of us?
Can you repeat that question again?
Is there any chance we could get the photos that you took of us?
Oh yeah, definitely. We're including that as well. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
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 Bye.